welcome to 9 p.m. English News Edition Netherlands. A scientific forum on no chemical disease. For international civil economic forum close with caution on slight optimism. Those were the headlines and welcome to the national news. The ambassador extraordinary of plenipotentiary of the Republic of Djibouti to the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, permanent representative to the African Union and the Economic Commission for Africa, Mr. Abdi Mahmoud, and AP presented this Friday, January 28, 2023. He is crucial to the President of the Republic of Angola, His Excellency João Manuel Congalfe Lourenço in Congola. Abdi Mahmoud AB handed this Friday in Angola and January 2023. He is crucial to the President of the Republic of Angola, His Excellency João Manuel Congalfe Lourenço, as the first ambassador of the Republic of Djibouti to Angola with residence in Addis Ababa. During the ceremony after the ritual greeting, Ambassador Abdi Mahmoud transmitted to the President of the Republic of Angola the friendly greeting of his counterpart and brother of the Republic of Djibouti, His Excellency Regeli, as well as and which is today of peace and prosperity for the Angola brotherly people. Also, the Jewish ambassador transmitted to the Angola President to warm congratulations reiterated by his Jewish counterpart for his brilliant relation to the Supreme Magistracy of his country last August, and where he was chosen by our continental organization, African Union, as a champion for reconciliation and peace. The fight against no communicable disease was today's scientific forum held in at the Kembeski Place. The risks of non-communicable diseases such as diabetes and African race, new health challenges and delays in diagnosis of this disease significantly increase the cost of care in it's in this context that SUNAVA Global Health Unite on the National Social Security Fund CNSS of Djibouti are committed to structural action to improve the diagnostics and management of NCD. The scientific forum during January until the 23 January with main and theme strengthen medical knowledge to improve the quality of care and no communicable disease. This scientific forum was held in the presence of the Dr. Ahmed Roble Abdile, Minister of Health of Djibouti, the Minister of Labor, Mr. Deka Ahmed Roble, Director General of the CNSS, and the Medical Director Sanofi Global Health Unite. The war evolution of CNSS such as diabetes, cancer, and cardiovascular and pulmonary disease, which are linked to globalization and the evolution of the economic, are placing heavy burden on the health system in Africa. Let us recall that this event is the result of the partnership framework agreement signed between the two parties on November 18, 2022. And now the activity of the Solidarity Week are in full swing in the region of Obo. Indeed, after having met the population of the capital of the region of Obo and its outskirts and heavy visit some infrastructure that have been extended such as the CMH or the General High School of Obo, the Minister of Social Affairs Solidarity Uluf Ismail Abdo, accompanied by her close collaborators and the authority of the region undertook a trip to a locality located in the north of the region of Owo, and it's Mulule and Andaliye that has that were sorry honoring the free this Friday January 20 arriving earlier this Friday morning in all of the Minister of Social Affairs Solidarity Oluf Ismail Abdo at the head of the strong delegation received a warm welcome from the population of this locality and it is surrounding. So after the Molole, the Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity, Olof Ismail Abdo went to the northwest of the Obo region, particular to the locality of Ondoli, 114 kilometers from the town of the Obo. A warm welcome, not to say President was given to Minister Olofo and her delegation ahead of about 13 camels reading by experienced camel drivers served as a guard of honor for the delegation. The minister then had the right of to a growth pace before joining the site of the meeting set up under the flavor and tree of the locality. Similarly, atmosphere here to since the inhabitant did not fail to submit a request after request and stated their concern and in front of the audience of people who had came to listen to them and if possible to help them improve their daily life and to allow them to progressively leave the poverty. The synthetic stadium of Tachura hosted this afternoon the official launch of the second edition of the interlocal Soza tournament, a tournament that want to be the festivity event, the most the federative of the region, where the enthusiasm that display both at the level of fans of football and regional authorities is spectacular. The kick-off of this great sporting phase, the tournament locality that will last several days, was given by the Secretary of the State in charge of sport, His Excellency Hassan Mohammed Kamil. Therefore, the colorful and emotional event also recorded the presence of the Prefect of the region, Mr. Hassan Dabili, the President of the Regional Council, Mr. Umar Hussein, the deputies of the region, the Honorable Hamid and Hamid Muhammad and several other regional authorities. The minister took the opportunity to urge all participating teams to fair play and respect for the rest, for the crest to cultivate the spirit of the solidarity and brotherhood between the various participants before returning to the objective of his department to organize this type of initiative. It was primarily to promote regional sport and detect the future talent that can integrate the national selection, the interlocal tournament, a salutary initiative that aided to the multiple action of the Secretary of State in charge of sport, which spared no effort for development of youth and the promotion of regional SOSA. The Palmer Hotel in Addis Ababa hosted a two-day training workshop for local authorities, community leaders, members of civil society, and other key members on community engagement for child protection. The workshop was conducted by the Director COD representative in Djibouti, Mr. Abdurrahman Mega, supported by personality mastering the subject in question. The ICOD, which are organized in this conference, is an international non-governmental organization involved in humanitarian work in situations of multiple crises resulting from famine and natural disaster. Throughout the workshop, experts in the field will develop the skills necessary for the protection of children. The child pain this mind in the making who is none other than the feature of the humanity by successive waves. So the principle of child protection aims to ensure that the basic needs of the child are taken into account to support his physical, emotional, intellectual, and social development, and to preserve his health, safety, morality, and education. This symposium was attended by Prefect of the region, Mr. Musa Adam Migoni, the President of the Regional Council, Sharmake Hassan Alale, representative of the Ministry of Women and Family Promotion, representative of the Ministry of Social Action Honors, manager of the CAME and in charge of protection Hall, and Alice Ade, representative of the police of Ali Sabi, the gendarmerie, two members of the Child Protection Committee of Hall, member of the Child Protection Committee of the Ali Sabi. It's also a concept Prefect International Law introduced in 1989 by the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child and has since been adopted by numerous national and super-national legislation. The Egyptian Federation of Karate and Martial Art in Avinator organized yesterday evening a mass training on the site of Chinese Kabot 5. The training brought together all members of the clubs affiliated to the Federation, all health 100 categories, young on all to promote a better cohesion between practitioners. After the section organized by the president of the federation and the end of the discipline, Mr. Abdul Kader Kananu, was attended by the Secretary General of the Sport, Khadija Ibrahim, the official of the sport, especially large audience, actually parent and young practitioner. At the end, the president of the Djibouti Karate Federation said he was satisfied with the small training of the event, while thanking the Secretary of State for sport for its unfailing support for her party. The Secretary General of the Sport welcomed the dynamism and seriousness of the Federation before insisting of the moral value of the confined this Japanese martial art. After injury in an accident, an operation, or treat recurrence in pain, your doctor may have a prescribed rehabilitation section in order to get back in shape. In this magazine, you'll discover the use of modern technology or robotic in the rehabilitation process. For more report and with this video.
In rehabilitation, technological innovations aim to facilitate or modernize existing techniques to improve the quality of patients' lives. As a result, a new rehabilitation and wellness center opened its doors to meet the needs of populations requiring rehabilitation services while using the latest technologies of modern medicine and innovative machines. Indeed, the official inauguration of the rehabilitation center took place on Thursday, January 5th, in the presence of the First Lady and President of UNFD, Mrs. Kadra Mohamed.
C'est un centre de rééducation et de bien-être à Djibouti. Et la première dame a eu l'amabilité de venir nous honorer en inaugurant ce centre. L'objectif de ce centre, c'est notre slogan qui est une vie sans douleur. Notre service principal, c'est la physiothérapie fonctionnelle. Donc la physiothérapie fonctionnelle, c'est plusieurs techniques de physiothérapie existantes dont certains vont utiliser des machines de haute technologie. Donc, comme vous voyez, l'expertise et l'évaluation médicale, elle est très importante dans ce domaine de physiothérapie. Les patients, il ne va pas seulement venir ici et demander qu'on travaille seulement un genou. Donc, on va faire une évaluation globale du patient, puis on va faire des soins globaux, identifier un plan de traitement pour ce patient et le temps que ça prendra pour essayer d'aboutir à un résultat positif. Au moment où je vous parle, nous avons une capacité de 27 patients à l'heure. C'est quand même pas mal pour commencer. Et nous avons les ressources humaines aussi pour travailler avec ces patients.
The center also aims to provide physical therapy to patients with disabilities related to the after-effects surgery, polytraumatic injuries, or neurological injuries. It is in partnership with Turkish doctors, including Dr. Mustafa Kutlu, physiotherapist, that the supervision of care will be provided.
In physiotherapy, we have actually here now in Djibouti, in this center, we have all the machines, what we use also in Turkey, with the best quality. Therapy, but also we call it ultrasound, and we have some infrarouge walking robot machine. So I think it's the first here in Djibouti. What I see here, there are a lot of people with neurologic problems, like a stroke. But we can all treat them in this center. We have all the machines, we have all the opportunity to make treatments here. Normally we have some orthopedic patients, it takes nearly 1 hour, but if you have neurologic problems, like a stroke for example, we need to give them also rehabilitation. So that is actually, you give them education to use the hand, the leg again, and that takes more than 1.5 hours, sometimes 2 hours.
In addition to rehabilitation and wellness treatments, this new center sees far ahead and has plans for the future. There are indeed plans to create a hair transplant unit, a gynecological and pediatric rehabilitation service.
So the brigade of the customers of PK20 and PK51 in collaboration with the National Police Force carry out an operation of seizure of the gut of contraband in the sector of PK20 and PK51. About 5 parcels of gut containing 100 packages each were intercepted and seized by the customs officer of PK20 and 51 yesterday morning at 18 January 2023. The operation was led by the head of the Arta Consumer Division, Mr. Yahya Musa Ige. On his side, the head of the Customer Brigade of BK20 and BK51, Mr. Suleiman Hassan Jama, thanked the police and customer officers who are working hard and into putting in end to this illicit traffic of contraband product, which is damaging the national economic. And for the international scene, local leaders reveal caution optimism for global economy. Gas World Economy Forum concluded the World Economy Forum at Davos has ended with a message mild optimism and caution for the global economic. The annual gathering in Switzerland and financial protocol leaders came after a year of soaring inflation and energy crisis followed by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. But member of the foreign finally panel voiced up that the server recession may be avoided. That's it for this edition. Thanks for attention. Have a wonderful evening.